friends, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the week of November 22nd to the 28th. Okay, so we're going to start with the White Light Oracle. I'm just going to cut the deck, take a card, and we're going to read that at the end of the reading as your final guidance. Okay, so let's jump in and see what are the major themes and guiding messages here for Cancer as they move through their week. November 22nd, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Oh, look at that big chunk flip. Whoa, okay, Cancer. Hang on, that fell on the floor. One sec, let me grab it. That really got airborne there. Okay, Cancer, let's see. You got 3 cards that flew out of the deck. You're very close to achieving your goal. Fantastic. Communication is key. Have faith in your dreams. Okay, and what's on the bottom of the deck? Don't let your pride get in the way. Okay, Cancer, so as you move through your week, it's going to get you closer and closer to achieving your goal, whatever that may be. And then on sort of alongside that, we see that communication is important and that having faith in whatever it is that you're working towards is also important. And communication is going to feature highly here for you. And this idea of not letting your pride get in the way, what's going on there? Let's get some more information. What is going to be supporting Cancer as they make their way through this? They're about to achieve something. It's important to maintain the faith and that communication is key, but there may be some pride that is going to get in the way. Another card on the floor. Where did that one go? There it is. Okay. Abundance, stand still, and at the bottom of the deck, we see wisdom. Wow. Interesting. So perhaps you're very close to achieving your goal, but right now you're at a standstill. Maybe you're at a standstill right now because you need to and trust behind wisdom. I like that. I'm going to take that with wisdom here. Perhaps you're at a standstill because you need to go deep and understand the wisdom of something that has unfolded already, and that it's important not to let your pride get in the way and to trust the wisdom that you receive. I feel like with both of these images sort of being very watery, this is going to be an emotional situation for you where you're at an emotional standstill right now, my friends. You're at an emotional standstill right now, but you are close to achieving your goal. So it's like you almost need to take a pause here, to stand still, to understand the wisdom of what's going on so that you can communicate effectively and not let your pride get in the way. There is abundance ahead, though. There is abundance ahead here as you work towards achieving your goal. It's just going to be a matter of really sort of keeping the faith in your dreams and getting the deep wisdom here. I feel like there is some introspection required. This standstill, you might find that you're feeling sort of challenged by it, but I feel like it's an emotional scenario. So you're going to need to sort of sit with it a bit so that you can really understand how to release your pride and how to communicate effectively. Communication is going to be important here. I think you're going to be communicating your feelings. So you're sort of needing to get the truth. Oh, look at that. And the death card just sort of tipped out of the deck. We are still in Scorpio season. As this week, as the week for this reading begins, we're going to enter Sagittarius on the 23rd. But perhaps this is a shift coming in to help you achieve your goal, but it's going to involve you sort of being ready for this shift and the abundance that comes with it. Now let's shuffle again. Oh, more cards just falling out. I'm just curious what we have here. The 7 and 8 of Pentacles, the Fool, the Magician, and the 7 of Swords. You know, we're gonna do a proper reading, but looking at what fell out of the deck as I went to grab it, that says to me it's really important not to deceive yourself. Don't deceive yourself about the path you've taken here. You've invested. You've invested and you've understood something. But I feel like seeing the 7 and 8 of Pentacles in a very well shuffled deck coming out next to each other, that really says to me that you need to look deeply at the path of your investment, of how much you've put into this situation, and to have faith in that. I feel like you're working on manifesting a new beginning. You're working on manifesting a new beginning. Magician and the Fool card. And so it's important for you to reflect on the path that got you here. And I feel like it's going to help push you. But you know, there is this deception here. Are you deceiving yourself by letting your pride get in the way? Are you deceiving yourself by this emotional sort of talk that needs to happen? I feel like there is an emotional discussion that needs to take place, maybe between you and yourself. Maybe this is between you and you, Cancer. But regardless, I feel like you are manifesting a new beginning for yourself, but you're being sort of guided to be wary of the self-talk. Don't deceive yourself, right? Don't lower your vibe. Make sure you have faith in your dreams. It could be the communication that's going on inside. This could be referring to the inner voice, the inner dialogue, and that you are close to achieving your goal. So don't let that inner dialogue mess up what you're manifesting here. Okay, now, those are just the cards that flew out of the deck as I was preparing to cut the deck. So now let's actually cut the deck and see what messages we have here for Pisces. We have the Queen of Cups right away. Okay, or not Pisces, sorry, we're dealing with Cancer. Thank you. And that is the Queen of Cups. Thank you for the reminder, Spirit. Okay, so this is you, Cancer, and it's also the Queen of Cups. So you are at an emotional standstill. You are at an emotional place right now, and I do think that this conversation here, this communication, is between you and you, right? What is the obstacle? The obstacle is the Knight of Wands. So this is a time where you really are manifesting something. When we saw the Fool and the Magician fly out earlier, that did give us an indication, but I feel like this new start is having an emotional impact on you. It's causing the emotional part of you to second guess maybe, or doubt. You are needing to be a leader here, and perhaps you're finding that to be a challenge. And in terms of your inner dialogue, you're having a hard time sort of reconciling this drive you have to do something and then your emotions, the way you perceive yourself. It's like it's creating opposition here. Top of mind for you is this mental conflict that's beginning. There's a new start here, a new fresh perspective that you're thinking about. But I feel like you're needing to sort of understand this perspective a little bit more. It's fresh, it's new, it's at an ace. It's just coming in now, and it's saying, I can't look at things the way I used to anymore. I have to look at things in a new way. I need a new perspective. And I feel like that's causing this standstill right now, which is a good thing, because what's driving this reading is this abundance, the Nine of Cups, as reflected by this abundance card. So you are moving towards something that is going to sort of be a dream come true. So it's important to have faith in your dreams. And so I feel like Cancer's being guided here to look at the inner dialogue to see what you're saying to yourself. I feel like in the past, the recent past, you were able to really tap into that divine connection, okay, and understand some things that maybe were mysterious to you before, some hidden sort of intuitive information, right? Like something that you understand recently that was a mystery to you before, and perhaps that is this wisdom here that you're needing to explore more, right? To dive into that High Priestess. The High Priestess follows the Magician in the tarot suits, so in the tarot cards, excuse me. So it's almost like you're going through the motions. We saw the Fool, we saw the Magician, now we see the High Priestess. So it's sort of you understanding the source right? I feel like you stepped into that in the recent past. You sort of started to understand the source, the connection, the divine, and how you relate to that. And so it's important that you keep that inner dialogue moving in a positive way. Yeah, because you could fall into a moody place, right? So if you don't shift into that abundant mindset and you stay in sort of a lack mentality, you're going to find that your feelings are going to be affected. Remember, I said this was a very deeply emotional sort of situation when I saw the water in the trust and wisdom card, and in standstill there's water. So that makes me feel like whatever this is very emotional, as also when we see the Queen of Cups to start the reading. So your emotions are really sensitive right now. Okay, Cancer, you're highly sensitive, and you're sort of being guided to a higher vibration than one of boredom, dissatisfaction, and the other thing this card always makes me think of is being mindful, because this guy can't even really see that there's something new coming in. He's really focused on the dissatisfaction of these 3 cups on the bottom. So it's very interesting. Something to be mindful of in the future is to sort of watch your inner dialogue. The current inner dialogue is one of sort of making decisions again about giving and receiving. So perhaps not letting your pride get in the way is this idea of you can give and receive. You don't have to be too proud to give or receive. And balance is the key potentially for you here, Cancer. You're being guided to have an inner dialogue that's in balance with giving and receiving, and not one that comes from a prideful place where you're looking down on others, but seeing people compassionately with a lot of empathy with that Queen of Cups card. So I feel like you're bringing your inner dialogue in balance here, but the outer expression of you is still really, really concerned about the outcomes of whatever it is that you're working on here. You're very close to achieving your goal, and you're starting to panic. Mentally, you're panicking because you've been overthinking how it could go wrong instead of having faith in your dreams, which is why I think you're being directed to sort of look at things with a more abundant outlook, right? As you stand still reflecting on this, your mind is playing tricks on you here. Your anxiety is lying to you, but it's a powerful manifester as well, right? I mean, if you sit up all night and worry about what could go wrong, I always think of that as like you're basically praying for the outcome that you fear most. Now, Page of Cups, this could involve you sort of wanting this new emotional presence in your life, this new dimension of emotion, this new feeling, this new inner dialogue, this newfound faith, and this transformative sort of release of self-sacrifice, like in the Six of Pentacles. You want things to be in balance. You want a new start, but you're also sort of, I think, a little bit unsure of this new start. Even though you're very close to achieving your goal, I feel like you're doubting that somehow. And you're thinking that a new beginning is just going to be too much to deal with, but it's here, it's transformative, and I feel like it's going to guide you forward on your new path. You've got the Page of Cups, the Ace of Swords. It's a new perspective, one that pulls you away from feeling dissatisfied and sort of helps you overcome these negative sort of inner dialogue and this faith, this newfound faith, this transformative faith that you have in your ability to begin again and birth something new that's very abundant, right? Final outcome is an Ace of Pentacles. You are starting fresh. This is a brand new start, a brand new perspective, brand new footing. It's like you're starting with a new you, Cancer. You are starting fresh. This is a fresh start. And so I feel like that's why you're being guided quite strongly here to change or adopt a new perspective as you move forward. One that has a lot of sort of time to develop this new path. one that has faith in the new path, one that has a positive inner dialogue because you are so close to achieving your goal. That's very abundant. I feel like you're going to have this new start. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck is the Hermit. So more reflection, this deep dive into the wisdom here. This is Virgo energy in the Hermit. So you could be reflecting on something that involved a Virgo, or it could just be the energy of this wisdom coming through. This Hermit is a number 9 in tarot, which is the ending. This is the second 9 you've got. So you've got a 9 here where you're up all night worrying about the future, and a 9 here where you're sort of being guided to see the wisdom in what is behind you and what lies ahead of you, instead of this panic that I feel for you. Stand still for a bit, get some stillness, and allow yourself to shift. Allow there to be time here for you to shift and to adopt a new perspective that is more based in abundance than in lack or loss or sacrifice, right? Okay, now to close your reading, let's have a look at your oracle card that we drew at the beginning of the reading. You received number 8, Bath Coal. Now, this is a new deck for me, so I'm going to read to you from the guidebook, which has such beautifully phrased messages. So for you, Cancer, let's see. Now, complicated explanations, okay? As you seek simplicity of the deepest truth of your heart, you realize the explanations are complicated. Gently but firmly cast aside that which does not resonate as being true to your heart. Focus upon and speak from a higher spiritual perspective. All your prayers are answered at the perfect time and in the perfect way. You have a powerful voice which can foster healing and wisdom on the planet. This mysterious creature here is an angel known as the Divine Oracle, the daughter of divine voice, the pure and true sound of spirit. When she whispers to your heart, you feel it as an inner knowing, a truth. Honor that inner knowing, High Priestess. Honor that inner knowing. To honor that inner knowing likely requires confrontation of fear, right? That is this. Confronting the fear and moving in unexpected directions. You've got so much energy of a new start here with this Ace of Swords, this Knight of Wands, Page of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. You know, you are at the end of a cycle with this 9 of Swords and 9 of Cups. You're about to realize your goal. You're about to realize your dreams here with this 9 of Pentacles and this oracle message of yours. You know, you're very close. And so it's at this time that this oracle is encouraging you to practice the power of discernment to filter ego from the heart, right? Which is why you're being encouraged to not let pride get in the way and have faith in your dreams. So really filtering the ego from the heart. And if a point of view lowers your vibration and makes you feel negatively about yourself, or another, like makes you feel negatively about yourself or another, increase your confusion, or makes the matters seem more complicated, it is likely to be an ego-driven viewpoint. That is the message here for you, Cancer, is to consider what you might be able to learn from that viewpoint, but you need to settle yourself on a more authentic spiritual ground, which is, I feel like, why you're getting this Hermit card. And look what's right behind it, the World. You are closing out a cycle here, and it's important to keep, listen to this. It says here, Bath of Coal is a clear voice of communication between humanity and other beings, and you received communication as key. So you're receiving a lot of communications here from your divine connection, and it's important here to filter ego from the heart, to keep your vibration high, and to reflect on things in a new way, right? On an inner spiritual calling here, requiring you to take a leap of faith. Oh, amazing. I'm going to leave it at there for you, Cancer. If this has resonated and you would like a personal reading, you can find my email in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for liking, watching, and subscribing, and we will see you again very soon for another reading. Sending you lots of love and light, my friends.